I did it. It's true. I had to say goodbye to my precious baby Bitcoin, my precious baby boy Bitcoin. I had to sell him off like an unwanted child. I had to do it. And I'm going to tell you my exact plan and strategy and my framework of thinking on why I'm doing this. Because I have changed my mind completely, and I'm very, very scared about where the market is at right now. That fear index, that's me. I'm like 10 right now. And am I wrong about this? I don't know, but this is kind of what I'm seeing right now. So let me go through my thought process here. I was out to lunch with a group of high net worth individuals, and I don't want to brag on them too much, but honestly, if I made a quarter of what they have, I would be a millionaire multiple times over. Anyway, they are all liquidating all of their profits, more particularly land and real estate. They're selling. They're selling all. They have multiple doors, hundreds of acres of land, thousands, and they're selling it all. And I'm here thinking, okay, why? Okay, so I asked them, well, what do you think is going to happen? And here's what they said. Well, since like say 12, 14 years ago, the stock market, all real estate assets, they've been all on this steady incline. Everything's just been going like this, just been, and everyone's been getting overconfident because everyone thinks they're a freaking genius. You invest in anything. He said a monkey could invest in anything back then, 12 years ago, and could have made money. And because of that, everyone felt overconfident. Everyone felt like they were a genius. Now, every time that thing went up, that the economy would go up, their asset would go up. Every time that the economy would go up, and it would turn just a little bit. When we hit the peak, it would turn, and it would just start to slightly go up. The Fed would come in and inject money supply into the economy. And so what happens? It injects and it goes back up and it keeps on going. And they did this for maybe 12, 14 years. Now, COVID hit, and that's why the Fed felt okay to inject like this massive amounts of money, because they have been doing that for in smaller doses over the last 14 years. They just felt like, yeah, this is no problem. We're going to do this. It was either complete fear or whatever they were doing, they did it. And that's why they felt like they needed to do that. Anyway, what happens when you do that, as explained to me, exacerbates the problem of a forthcoming crash. Everyone that I could research online, that I'm talking to around me, they're all saying that a massive crash is coming, one that has blood in the streets and breadcrumb lines around the corner. Now that's scary. That is terrifying. They're saying, look, we're expecting a crash that is unlike anything you've ever seen, Aaron. And I'm like, oh no, like, what do I do, right? What am I gonna do? So here's my strategy. I sold my Bitcoin at 37,000. And actually, recently, great sell, great time to sell, because right now it's about 35 right now, and I'm or 36. Okay, so it's okay. It's an okay. It was 35 earlier. Anyway, um, I see this as this dropping, and there's no end in sight right here. Okay, I have a plan, and I'll let you know my plan. But this is kind of like my strategy. I'm holding on to USDC stablecoin, and what I'm gonna do is I plan on buying in 20% at about the $31,000 range. If it drops below that, I plan on buying another 20% at about 29,000, 30,000, 29,000. That's where I think this is going to go. After that, I'm going to reassess. But in the meanwhile, I'm taking that USDC, and what I was going to, I put it into 6% APY yield on crypto.com, so that it's not just sitting there not making me money. I'm still gaining money. I like this idea of just getting passive income. I got this from Hector DAO and Time, and now I'm applying it to my Bitcoin. What was happening is I was sitting on my Bitcoin, and I had it staked for I believe 4.5% APY with crypto.com, and I'm like, that's good, but I want to be able to make more money with my Bitcoin. So I was looking into loaning it out, and loaning it out, I think it yield like 0.5% or whatever. I'm like, what is going on? It's just best to keep it in crypto.com. Well, why keep it in crypto.com? Because now with the market crashing, and what I've perceived as further crashes, I mean, like, if the economy crashes around us, that fear is gonna bleed into crypto, and it's gonna take crypto with it. Okay, so even though it should be as a hedge against inflation, that's just what happens. So all that fear seeps into crypto. I foresee an oncoming crash. So the value of my Bitcoin is going down at the same time. Why not move it into stablecoin and then get a higher yield that I would get if I just kept it in Bitcoin. If I kept it in Bitcoin, it would be earning 4.5%. If I keep it in stablecoin, at Flex, where I could take it out at any moment, I earn 6%. Boom, problem solved. So now I'm earning a higher yield, in a stablecoin when I'm looking at a depreciating asset of Bitcoin. Okay, now time to ask the other question. Aaron, aren't you long-term on Bitcoin? Aren't you like a Bitcoin maxi? And I am. Yes, that hasn't changed. And it was a very hard decision to sell my Bitcoin. But here's what I'm thinking, okay? Long term, if I held my Bitcoin long term for 10 years, 20 years, no problem. Anyone who does that will win. However, in the next 1 to 2 years, there's going to be a massive crash. At least this is what a lot of people are speculating. A lot of voices that I trust are speculating, and now I've adopted that. Okay, the Fed is coming up with a raising interest rates, and they got this meeting in a couple days, and it's just very scary right now. I'm trying to make the best moves for my family. This is not financial advice, but this is just the stuff that I'm thinking. I'm trying to expand my brain into a wider context of the market. If that fear seeps into crypto, it's going to come. When that fear seeps into crypto, it's going to crash crypto with it. Should it? No, I don't think so. That's why I've sold everything, sold my Bitcoin. I'm like 80% liquidated, right? I'm like 80% in stable coins, and all those stable coins are making 6% on for yield for me. So it's not like I'm losing. The thing what I learned with Hector DAO is I got in early. I'm earning this APY. I'm making more Hector DAO, and even though it crashed 50%, I'm still at the same levels, which is fantastic. So no, I'm not making the same APY on Bitcoin, but it's like that little edge that I'm trying to get from it, other than just a depreciating asset. So that's my plan. I plan on buying in about 31,000. That's the price levels. Could it drop further than that? Yes, but I have to reassess like where everything is. You know what I mean? I'm just a little scared about this market. Why? Because guys I trust are scared. Scared is probably not the right word. Probably they're just making moves. And this is the everyone is a genius in a bull run. But the real good investors, the big bets, the bravery comes in the bloody markets. And I'm prepared. At least I'm preparing. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below, guys. This is a scary one. But this is just my lizard brain thoughts. Anyway, guys, also, on another note, on this channel, we've been giving away a lot of money. Okay, we're on our way to selling 1 Bitcoin. Hey, if the Bitcoin drops, maybe I don't have to do anything. I would have accomplished that sell off Bitcoin. Here's the thing. I'm gonna take a pause on. I'm not giving out money. I'm still giving out. But I was advised by some legal guys that you should really rethink and restructure these stablecoin giveaways. It could be seen as like gambling, and if they're subscribing or not subscribing, there's like some things there I got to figure out, and I'm still learning here. I got a lizard brain. I'm just like, guys, crypto for everybody. Buy the dip, here's some money. Like, that's basically in the last month, that's what I've been doing. So I'm gonna take a pause on the channel, but go to the saloon, join the High Rollers Club, go to the website. There's still stuff going on there. I just released some stuff earlier. Also, there's been a lot of like scam comments and stuff like that, so I want to like taper all that. There's like something like 600 comments, and I see you guys are commenting like the same comment, so I'm like, I think I broke my channel. I'm not sure what this does for the algorithm. Anyway, I have to backtrack a little bit. I hope you understand. Head to the saloon. All the links are in the description. Sign up to be a cowboy. There's some exclusive giveaways there, and there's some exclusive giveaways in the High Rollers Club. You got to apply there, so not really a lot of people can get in at all. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Lizard Brain, Gorilla Arms, Diamond Hands. We'll be back with another video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.